guys, I'm Catherine. I am back with another book related video, and today I'm going to be reviewing two books. And before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel as always, and let's get into this video. So the first book that I'm going to be talking about today is going to be Karin Slaughter's Faithless. And this book I really enjoyed a lot actually, and it just went through a lot of stuff. Went through so much about Sarah and Jeff and how they both found this woman who was buried alive, and they found her and they both want to know what happens to her, and later that they found out that she was poisoned by arsenic, I think it was, or something. It was it has the smell of almonds, and I can't think of the name. It's not arsenic, it's another name. But so that, and this book was actually, it has to do a lot with religion and hits a little bit on cults. I really enjoyed this book a lot. And with Karin Slaughter's books, she writes to be realistic, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons why I like her writing so much. And she doesn't really in her books, sometimes there's not always a happy ending, and so that's why I kind of like love reading her books, because there's always something different in the ending. And so this book takes place with Sarah and Jeffrey. Jeffrey comes to Sarah's house, and they decided that they are going to go on a walk just to, you know, get some fresh air. And they're walking and they're talking, and she knows there's something wrong with Jeffrey because he's not really, he has his face on him, and she knows that something's going on. And so he finally tells her that he might have hepatitis C from the woman he cheated on Sarah with, and she is upset, with rightfully so, and she doesn't basically know what to say. So like I said, I really enjoyed it. And so as they're walking and they're talking about him possibly having hepatitis C, he trips and knocks into her, and they find a metal pipe sticking out from the ground, and they decided to dig it up, and there's a metal box with a body in it. And then that starts from the journey from there. And this book I would give 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it a lot. And the next book we're going to be talking about is it's another Karin Slaughter book, and this is her last book in the Grant County series. It is called Beyond Reach, and this is the final installment of this series, and I really loved it. Honestly, I was a little disappointed, but overall I really enjoyed the book. It was a wild ride from start to finish, and this one I enjoyed a little bit more because it talks about Lena and her past and things she thought that were true about her life ended up to be false. And with all the stuff that's going on, she's trying to figure out what happened to her mother, if she's really dead, and what happened. She wants to know. And as all of this is going on, her uncle is also used to be a drug user, used to do a lot of meth, and he relapsed. So not only she's trying to figure out what happened, she's also trying to take care of her uncle. And if you have read any of the previous books, you know that her and her uncle's relationship is very, very touchy. In this book, it's a little bit better, but, and by the end, it's a lot better. But also, you see a lot of different sides to Lena in this book. As you guys know, if you see my previous videos, I have some issues with Lena, just not just the way she kind of treats Sarah, especially like in this one. There's one part in this book where she kind of throws something in her face and makes her really upset. And even Jeffrey was like, okay, he was ready to wash his hands of her at that point. But Sarah told him, no, don't give up on her. She's just doing that to get to me. And I can't understand why Lena did that, but at the same time, the way she did it was just so, it made me mad, let's just put it that way. So this book, so I talked about how it starts off from her uncle being relapsing and trying to figure out the past. But this book also talks about neo-Nazis and SWAT stickers and the difference between colored and black and white, and how they're two different societies, and how one of them sells meth. And you also get to see Ethan Green in this book as well. And he also, he's at least one of my least favorite characters. And Lena goes to see him because she feels like he's behind all of this. And I am just praying that when he does get out of jail, that she doesn't go back to him. I never liked Ethan. I didn't like him in Cold Faint Fear. I don't not like him in this one either. So she goes, talks to him, and she tries to figure out to see if he's involved. She later figures out he's not. But that's all I'm going to tell you about this book, because I don't want to tell you anymore. The ending was a sucker punch to the gut. It was really sad. I wanted the ending to be different, but at the same time, I kind of understand why she wrote the ending the way she did. And if you go to her website, there is a letter to her readers, and it kind of lays out like why she chose that ending, and why like it was so hard for her to go through with this ending. Like she was dreading this ending just as much as I think we were. And honestly, I don't know if I would really want her to change the ending of this book, just because it opens doors for her next series, in which the next series is going to be the Gold Trent series, and I'm going to be reading that next month. So I am super excited. So this book I'm going to give 5 out of 5, even though there was a few parts in there that were a little upsetting, I think. But it was still an amazing book, and I still loved it, and I read it pretty fast. So you guys, as always, that is my last book. So this video is a double book review video, just because I finished both of them, and I really didn't want to do one after another video. I kind of wanted to do them just side by side since it's a series. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I will get back to you as fast as I can. And as always, you guys have a great and safe day. Bye.